The days are starting to get above freezing during the day, and then they'll get below freezing at night. And so what that does to the trees, the maple trees, is it starts to make the sap run. We're gonna be tapping some of these trees. We're gonna try to extract that sap from those trees. And so this does not hurt the trees, if you're wondering. I've got 60 bags. I don't know if we'll get that many. I don't even know if we have that many trees to tap down here, but sugar maples are what you want. If you can, you know, they're the highest sugar concentration I know around here anyway. And usually you need 40 gallons to 1 gallon of syrup. So 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. So all we have really around here is silver maples. We have a lot of silver maples. So you need, they're just not as high in sugar content. So you actually need 80 gallons of sap from silver maples to make 1 gallon of syrup. So it's a lot of sap. Ideally, you use sugar maples, but we just don't have those. So the next best thing is silver maples. You can use a lot of different trees. You can use birch trees, possibly sycamore trees. There's a pretty large list of trees that you can use that you can tap and make syrup from. We're gonna stick with a silver maple. It's the only one that I've had familiarity with. We might branch out and do, I'd like to try birch or walnut at some point, but let's get to tapping. So I'm picking the southeast facing side of the tree. And I'm going about 2 inches in. I'm gonna tap in. All right, once that's secure, fix my hose. Slide this in there. Now it's ready to collect. I'm just gonna try to tie this up to the tree here so it doesn't fall over and you get blow away or blow over or whatever. Try to secure it as best I can, and then we keep tapping. And so we just got done tapping this one and we're already getting moisture out of here. It's already dripping down here. So all right, we'll just tap this in. All right, yep, put that in there and then keep that down exactly where, yep, kind of twist it and it'll slide in there. All right, yep, and then put that in there. And set up our bag and wait. Is it dripping down? Yeah. Yep, we've already got some bubbles in there, some moisture coming down. So I think this one's gonna be a good tree. Oh yeah, look at that, you see that drip? Yeah. Nice, this one's gonna be great. I bet this bag is filled up when we're done. Oh man, it's dripping good. All right, set our bag down here. And I wanna prop a stick up right here because I don't want it to fall over and somehow drip out. So my son was asking how it tastes right directly from the tree, like how the pure sap tastes. So best way to find out is just to kind of sneak you a little bit. And it's mostly pretty much water, but if you're like in a survival scenario or something like that, this is gonna be a way to get water. Oh, she's flowing good. So I mean, pretty much tastes like water, right? Yeah. All right, we'll pop that back on there, keep collecting, go tap some more. It's a good sign though. It's getting dark, but that's a really good one too. There's been a lot that have been dripping like crazy, so we'll go back through. It's getting dark on us. We can go back through and we'll try to see how much we gathered from the first few that we tapped that were dripping really good, and then we'll probably call it a night. And then we have plenty of more trees to tap. So we plan on spending the night, and we'll check on everything kind of in the morning, and we'll just continue tapping trees. Run out of bags or we run out of trees, because it is flowing right now, so we need to get them in. So a lot of the taps, the bags that I checked are almost frozen. They're kind of halfway frozen. So left a lot in there that I obviously couldn't get out because it was frozen solid. But what I think happened was probably the temperatures during the day are just hovering right at or right above freezing. And you need a good difference, like a good, cold night, freezing, below freezing, and then during the day, much warmer. And it's just kind of been like hovering around like 25 to 38 to 40 degrees. And so it's just slowed everything down, because I thought for sure I'd have full bags coming back, like everything would be full because it'd be running so good, especially the trees that were running really fast. But wasn't the case. But that's all right. I think we're only hitting the very beginning. Supposed to be ideal temperatures next week, so we're gonna keep running these and keep collecting sap and keep boiling it down. So I think we're gonna come out with a pretty healthy amount of syrup for our year. So I'm waiting to get a nice good bed of coals here, and then we'll put our pan over the top of it. Add our sap first before we put the pan on, but We'll add a little sap, put the pan on, and we'll start the boiling process. It's a long process, and we have a lot of sap. So while this is boiling, I'll have a couple of the boys watching this, just periodically adding wood to the fire. We add really small wood to the fire just so that it burns really quick, really hot, and it doesn't go out and continuously, you know, just has a nice even bed of coals. We will probably go through about a half a cord of wood, and we use the wood, I sell firewood, so we use the leftover wood, the bad ends, kind of the junk pieces, the pieces that are too short to sell or just ugly looking with knots or whatever, and we'll just use those to use them up and get them out of the wood yard. While they're watching this, we'll go check the trees and gather up all the sap, bring it back here, and we'll just keep adding to it and boiling it down. It's a long process, but being out here, you know, outside, you got time, get away from just the monotony of being inside all the time and watching TV. You can come out here, you know, you can play games, you can play cards, you know, around the fire, tell stories, and it's kind of a cool thing, you know. They call it like a sugar shack. It could be something that you do with your family or even a group of friends, you know. You sit around, you know, and drink, you know, adult beverages or whatever and just chill, and it's a really kind of a cool tradition. And you know, we didn't grow up with it around where I'm from, but up north maybe the tradition still lives on, but I don't know. I don't see it a lot around here, and I'd love to be able to at least do it with my family, if nothing else, you know. Kind of excited to see how much sap we got. It was really flowing when we left. I think we're gonna have some full bags hopefully, so hopefully we can tap some more trees today, because I still have more bags and more tubing and more spiles to put in the trees, so we got plenty more trees to tap. We might as well tap them while the sap's flowing. This lady? I don't care. I don't know.
The bottom.
You got nothing in that one. That's not even dripping.
Okay.
Might take that one out if it's not going to produce nothing. Alright, I got a little bit of this one.
For real?
Yeah, see?
Oh, there is. It was clear, so I didn't even see it.
Alright, you want to open that up?
Yay. We just got a little bit.
Every little bit counts, I guess. It's alright. Just be careful, don't spill none. There you go.
Looks like that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No, we can go to that one next.
Okay.
That one next. That one's close. Is that air? Or?
I don't know. Let's see.
That can't be air because it's bubbles.
Be careful. There's thorns. Oh, that's liquid. Nope, that's all liquid. I'm just gonna flip it over. There we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Literally just tastes like sugar water mixed with like tree. I don't know. It's sugar water mixed
Tastes kind of like
tree.
water, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mixed with like tree or something. Nature.
My, that one looks full. Oh my.
I know. This is like so much.
Oh, yep, that's completely full.
And it's still trying to. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh, it was so.
Hold this tube. Hold that tube and I'll dump it in.
Oh. It's like still producing it. This one's a big bag.
That one's a good producer. Maybe I ought to put 2 on this one.
Yeah.
Sounds
like some beans.
No.
It's already halfway. Wait, isn't this kind of the tree's pea?
No, it's like their food source. They're going out. They're sending it up from the roots where they had it stored all the way up to the branches so they can get new buds and leaves. And as long as we don't cut the tree or hurt the tree or put a ring around the tree, then they'll be fine. It's just, we're just borrowing a little bit.
Oh, it's like a win-win.
Yeah. So every gallon is 8.34 pounds. So if we got over 3 gallons in there.
It's like, oh, yeah, you can carry it. Can you carry it?
Yes, I'll carry it. There's a little bit in there, but yeah, I think so. About that one. I don't think it's worth getting it out of there. There's one more over here we didn't get. Huh? What? Yeah. This one here has got a lot in it. Be almost enough to fill her up.
Wait, but we only got like half. We only got half of them.
So this one's practically pouring out of here. So it was completely full and it's already got pretty significant amount just 10 minutes later. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap just down and about 6 to 8 inches to the left of this other tap and put another one in there. We got some little brown mushrooms here, but I tend to stay away from the little brown mushrooms because I'm just not that great at IDing them. And there's some that can take you on trips far away. Don't mess with them, but definitely cool. Little patch here. Just breaking down this log here. Make sure that's good on there. Make sure it's all the way up. There you go. You want to get on my back?
I think I can make it.
Okay. Just in 24 hours. Now we've doubled the amount of bags we have out, but with half the amount of bags that we currently have out now, in just 24 hours we had just over 15 liters for my overseas viewers or Canadian viewers who use a metric system that actually makes sense. But for my fellow Americans, we're just over 4 gallons here of pure silver maple sap. Now we just need to start boiling and producing syrup and just keep collecting and adding. Yeah, just open the spigot. There you go.
Looks like a...
She's pretty dark now. Let's take a little test. Yeah, it's sweet now. You can taste the maple syrup now.
Is it hot?
Tastes pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Hold it up, let me see it. Good MRE bread. Alright, it's been a long time since I've had an MRE. I got pretty sick of them. In Ranger School, you know, you eat a lot of them. And anything tastes good in Ranger School because you're hungry, right? But really, when you get out, it is not what you're thinking about. You did not have any cravings for it, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. We got a box of MREs, and my son was curious about it. My kids were curious about it. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to relive the past and eat some of these old meals. So I noticed already right off the bat that these are kind of like the newer ones. Pretty sure the ones that I was eating in Ranger School were probably super old, maybe from like the Vietnam era, I don't know, but they didn't have a lot of this cool stuff in there. But I do remember seeing this kind of when I was starting to get out, maybe like the newer MREs had them, or maybe they're just the good MREs that, you know, they didn't give to the Ranger School students. But this is the apple cinnamon flavor First Strike nutritious energy bar, and I remember this being really, 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 really good. So I'm gonna try it 10 years or however many more years later after the fact and give it a taste, see what I think. So, I mean, it's pretty good. It kind of tastes like one of those blocks that you give to like sheep or deer, you know, and you put all the minerals in there and oats and stuff, and then it's like got molasses in it. Don't ask me how I know what they taste like, but this kind of resembles that. It's like a livestock supplement, right? But honestly, it's not that bad. I don't know that I can pinpoint the apple cinnamon, but I can definitely taste like oats. Next up, come with a little heat pack, right? So you open up that heat pack, you got your beef enchilada. So whatever you're trying to heat up. So I got my beef enchilada. What else does this come with?
It comes with
the refried beans. Yeah, let's throw those in there too. All right, so we got some refried beans and the beef enchilada. I want to warm both of those up. So I'll slide that in there. Remember, most of the time I didn't even use these in Ranger School. It was the middle of summer. Hot food didn't really sound good. I was too hungry and tired to really worry about it, so I would just kind of open her up and get to chowing down. So then you just add a little bit of water, but it's important. It says right here, super big, do not overfill. Okay, so it just takes a little tiny bit of water, not much at all. And once you get that, you want to shake it. You want to shake it. You want to shake it like a Polaroid picture. Come on, now shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. And it should start to heat up, and it'll start to kind of sizzle.
You gotta knead it.
You gotta knead it around, get that pouch nice and wet, and then again, shake it like a Polaroid picture. All right, I can hear it start to sizzle and then activate. So what I like to do, all right, so what you do then, throw that package inside of your box, and then you set it. All right, so you want to put it on a rock or something. It literally says put it on a rock or something. So we're using this log right here. That's our something today. And you just let it sit for a couple minutes and it should heat up. I remember these being really good. It's basically a cookie with M&Ms in it. Or the Army says cookies with pan-coated chocolate discs. So basically M&Ms, right? I cannot say that's as good as I remember. It's pretty dry. But I know everything in MRE's pretty dry, except for like the main meals, which are usually like kind of mushy. But honestly, it's not terrible. I could definitely eat it if I was hungry. This would be really good. Take a little water, kind of drink it with it, and move it out in your mouth. It's calories, right? Not bad. I forgot about all the little fun things that come in an MRE, like
gum.
Like the gum. You got your coffee. What else? Matches. Always got. I had like hundreds of matches that I'd saved. And I just kept in my rucksack. And then throughout my entire Army career, I just have tons of matches from from all the MREs, but I just couldn't throw them away because it's so handy. So nice to have matches all the time. So I'm still using those matches to this day. But yeah, you got your gum, you got your little moist towelette in there. All in all, an MRE is a pretty slick little thing. It's pretty handy to have. You know, you don't have to worry about having a fire to heat up your meals. And you got kind of basically everything. Oh yeah, this is nice and hot. Of course, you got your plastic spoon that comes in the MRE. So I remember in the Ranger Indoctrination program is what they called it. I know they call it something different now, but back in the day when I went through, it was just called the Ranger Indoctrination program, just a different name. I think they just kind of revamped it and changed it a little bit. I just remember one of the things that was weird was they never, even when you went to the DFAC, like the chow hall, you never got to eat with a fork. They only gave you spoons. So I guess that was kind of like their way of like getting you ready for like Ranger school, just making it a little bit more like something you're used to. You're used to eating with only a spoon. So, because I mean, you know, you might as well. It's all about getting you ready for what you're going to experience in this Ranger school. I don't remember them being this hard to open. Ugh. God, I got it all over my freaking leg. Okay. Let's have a little bite here. It's still a little cold in the middle. I probably should have let it go longer, but that was exactly how I remember it. I never have like beef enchiladas out of an MRE. I like beef enchiladas all day long, but this is honestly pretty freaking awful. It's really mushy. It probably might be a little bit better if I'd let it warm up all the way, but it is definitely not one of my favorite MREs. But it kind of grows on you as you eat it. Or maybe I'm just hungry enough. Honestly, if you're hungry enough, there's not much that you wouldn't eat. And this is kind of the same principle. So for something that's quick, field expedient, it's not bad. I've only had one MRE that I absolutely would not eat again, and that is the veggie omelet. If you haven't had the veggie omelet, it's kind of like if they took like a breast implant material and they put it in a package. That it would be kind of like eating like kind of a breast implant. That's the best way I can tell you. I've never tasted a breast implant, but the texture is very similar to the veggie omelet. That's good enough for tonight. I'm all MRE'd out. I got a lot of stuff out here, but the one thing I forgot was a fork. But it's not gonna take away from this experience, so hours and hours and hours of labor and time come down to this plate right here. These campfire pancakes, covered in fresh, as fresh as you can possibly get, Missouri maple syrup. Oh my God. It's dripping down my chin. I'm not gonna waste it. Oh my God. These are freaking good. Pancakes have got to be my favorite food, but I don't eat them very much because they're not very good for you. It's just bread and sugar, but oh my God. And this, nothing you can buy from the store can ever compare to this. It's, words can't explain this. You can taste all the hard work and so much time and effort. Oh my God. That was good. Oh, that is so good. Real syrup. After you've had it, you understand why it's so expensive, and nothing else compares. Like corn syrup from the store with 5 different ingredients or more, it ain't gonna compare when you had this. Oh my gosh, this is an entirely different taste. Like, it's so natural, like a natural, like smoke, well obviously smoky flavor because did it over the open flame. So smoked maple syrup. Oh my gosh, it's good. So I have another one brewing right now. That's my second and third weeks, and the maple trees are starting to bust. They got leaves on them now, and so we're done for the season. That's it. So we have what we have, and I'm hoping to get, if we get the same quantity of syrup that we did from the first batch, we should get about 2 quarts, 2 to 3 quarts from this next one. And I hope to do some cool stuff with that. I'm gonna use it a little bit on pancakes, but I wanna make, possibly some like bourbon or something, like some like maple flavored bourbon or some candy or something. I don't know. So stay tuned for that. But right now I'm just enjoying this moment. I got the bacon. It's been soaking in it. Got that sweet, savory flavor. I'm gonna absolutely lick this plate clean. There won't be a thing left. Thank you for hanging out with me. Getting food from the forest, enjoying the outdoors, foraging, different kind of foraging, a little different, tapping maple trees and stuff. But if you like this kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I'd appreciate it. And take care and have a great day. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the last few bites without people watching me.